class.
Hello, everyone. This is Chloe with Cousin DIY. And as Felicia just told you, I'm going to show you how to make this crystal embellished gold pendant necklace today using crystals from our new line of crystals that will be set in Michael's stores this Friday. And if you look online, you'll get the product numbers and names, and they should be available on Friday. There's one error that I just wanted to point out. I just put the wrong name on a product on the website, and I happened to catch it yesterday. The product number is correct. I just referred to a product as Golden Topaz instead of Golden Honey. So it really shouldn't be a problem, but I did want to call that out. So this is a fairly quick project to make. So at the end, I'm going to show you some other options of jewelry that you can make embellished with bead landing crystals. Let's go ahead and get started. I chose this pendant, bead landing pendant, and these curb necklaces that are all made up. They come 3 in a pack. So I already have one separated. And then these can be shortened. You just cut the chain and reattach the jump ring. And so you can adjust the size any way you want. And this bead landing charm, together with these crystals that I've already pulled. And I can show you a little more closely. They're crystal and golden honey colors. So I think what we'll do today, I'm going to use this glue pen, and I got these separated into these little trays. These wax sticks are sold in a little storage box with 3 of these bead trays, which come in very handy. So I think today we're going to start in the middle with the small crystals. And as I made this initially, I discovered that on the inner circle, it would fit the exact number of each color crystal to fill up that whole inner ring. Whereas at the top, I had to stagger 2 at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And this, we're just going to put a tiny little dot of glue on either side of this jump ring. Now I realize you don't have your crystals yet, but this should go pretty quickly. And I will put, so I got one of the clear, one of the golden honey, and then I'm going to work my way around this inner ring, staggering the colors. So it was interesting to hear a few places that you guys are tuning in from. California, did I hear Indiana? Don't hesitate to ask me any questions as we go along. As I said, this project should go pretty quickly. I do find that when I'm working with small crystals like this, you want to go slowly but steady. And all you need is just a touch of this glue. This glue is great. I'm going to work my way all the way around, touch there, touch there. Does anybody have any questions for me? I even put a crystal on my little silver ring. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a clear SS20 crystal. I just wanted to show you some other things you can do with these crystals. The sky's the limit.
One of our viewers asked if I could move it a little closer, so
Oh.
don't mind me. I'm just gonna
Sure. Just let us know. We're happy to accommodate. Maggie's the best. She's my sidekick here.
Oh, thanks, Chloe.
Hope you can see better now. If not, just let us know. So as you can see, this is so quick and easy.
Can you talk about how you're alternating the colored crystals?
Yeah, I'm doing one of each color, and I'm just continuing that pattern all the way around this inner circle. Did I answer that question? Okay, hold on. I just don't want them to fall off. Can you see? Does that help? I'm just staggering one of each, going all the way around that ring. If you still want it closer, let us know.
It looks so pretty.
It's very sparkly. And even though it's kind of basic, I think it's kind of got an elegance about it that I like. That, you know, that simple elegance. And it really, these crystals really stand out on this pendant. We just turned off a light. Maybe that will help the clarity here. Now, if your glue spills over a little bit, don't worry, because it dries clear, no problem at all. I'm going to go ahead and put some more glue, and then maybe I can fit the rest of these crystals on right now. Another tip is if you shake these little trays, it usually helps the crystals pop over so they're right side up. It's a little trick. Okay. I think I pulled just enough of these to go around this pendant. Let's hope I did. Put another little dot of glue here. And we are getting close to having this inner ring completed.
What made you choose the colors you chose?
Well, I wanted something that would play well off the gold. And I played around with some different combinations. I tried AB crystals. I tried a variety of different things, different colors. And I just found that this clear crystal worked the best. All right, now I'm having to manipulate these a little bit to allow room for this last clear crystal to squeeze in right there. And even though we can see some glue, that's going to dry clear, so it won't be an issue. Okay. And then I'm just going to give this about a minute or so to set up a little bit before I move on.
You can hold it up.
I will, but I want them in, I just want to see, I don't want any of these to, there. Can you see how pretty and sparkly that is? And before we finish, after these set a little bit better, we're going to add that little charm right down in the middle. It's a gold-based charm. So it's going to pick up the gold. Oops, some of these, when I picked it up, moved around. So I'm just going to put them back where they're supposed to be.
One of our viewers says that her glue dispenser clogs. How do you?
Oh, I have a great tip for you there. While this is drying a little bit, setting, I will show you a trick. Here is a eye pin or a head pin. You could use a head pin too. And if your tip gets clogged, just stick that down through there, back and forth, and that should unclog that tip. And I have saved many a glue pen with that little trick. And then sometimes, you know, if it gets dried up around this tip, I'll just take my fingernails and pull it off. In a severe case, if you can't unclog it, you can unscrew this cap and you can go down through from the inside with your eye pin or head pin and clear the clog. But it's rare that I find I have to do that.
And one of our other viewers wanted to know what glue we're using.
Oh, we are using this Bead Treasures glue that is sold at Michael's. It's great crystal glue.
Is that the one that comes with the trays?
Yes.
That's
I believe. There's some of the trays come with the wax crayons, and then I think there's another set that comes with the glue.
awesome.
So next, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach the charm. All you need is a 4mm gold jump ring. You may already have some of those, and you just want to, we're going to hang the charm. If you look closely, it's already got 2 jump rings on it. So we're going to add one more jump ring to dangle it from that jump ring that connects the inner circle to the outer circle. The easiest way to do that is to take a pair of needle nose pliers, open the jump ring, slide it onto the charm, and then attach that charm to the jump ring, connecting the inner ring to the outer ring. And hopefully I haven't messed up our crystals, and I haven't. There we go. So we have that part done. Next, we're going to glue the larger crystals around the outside ring. Now, I found on the outside ring that I couldn't stagger them completely because they got choked up. So I started with a clear and a clear, and then I staggered them going around from there. So we'll do a clear on this side of the jump ring in the top middle, and a clear there. And these are SS20. They fit pretty perfectly.
I'd say that pendant is made for these crystals.
Yes. And the other ones that we used on the inner ring were SS10. So now I'm just going to slowly There's no rush. We have plenty of time. Here's an SS20 Golden Honey. And then a clear. We're just going to work our way all the way around. Slow and steady. Where are some other viewers tuning in from today? I'd be curious to know. I don't know if you know, but our studios here at Cousin DIY are in Largo, Florida. Beautiful Largo. We're very close to Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach. It's a nice area.
Mhm.
Before I moved to Florida 13 years ago, lived in Vermont. Now, that's a different climate. I do miss it at certain times of the year, but Florida's my home now. And I ended up getting this great job with Cousin.
We have someone from Florida, someone from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You were just there, weren't you?
I was just in Myrtle Beach, yeah.
Vermont is gorgeous. Apple cider donuts.
Yes. Oh, yes. Waterbury Center.
Ooh, really?
Cold Hollow Cider, I think is the name.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. In Shelburne, let's see, Shelburne, somewhere in Shelburne, they have an awesome orchard. Oh gosh, what is the name of that? They make awesome apple cider donuts. Now you're making me hungry.
South Connecticut. Someone wanted to know, how long does it take to dry?
Well, to fully set, for the glue to set, probably 24 hours, but to not fall off, like you probably wouldn't want to wear this piece the day you make it. You'd want to give it 24 hours to 48 hours for the glue to really dry and cure and set. But this glue is great. It holds very well. It dries clear.
It's true. It's hands down the best glue I've ever used for crystals.
It really is. And this nozzle, this fine tip nozzle is just wonderful. So now I'm just guessing at spacing. I hope everyone can see okay. Let us know if you can't. You can see this just goes so fast and quick.
Color difference a little bit better with these bigger crystals.
Yes, definitely. When I first decided to do this necklace, I had fun playing around, figuring out what size to use and what colors. And, you could change up these colors. There's no reason, for sure, there's no reason why you have to use what we chose, but gosh, you could use blue, you could use a darker.
There's a lot of fun colors in this new set, right?
Oh yeah, this new set, there's a lot of new colors. And you're going to have fun. If you love crystallizing things, you're going to have fun with this for sure. And as you can see, we're finishing up pretty perfectly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carefully adjust my crystals so that so they're kind of evenly, just a tiny little space between a few of them here.
Ooh, Kathy has a great question.
Okay.
She was saying she's thinking that this would look great as matching earrings too, which I totally agree.
I agree.
Is it too heavy with the crystals on it for that, do you think, for earrings?
They might be a tad heavy, but not really. I mean, this is the one that's all made up. I don't think so. In August, I'm going to be teaching a class using connector bases, Michael's connector bases, and crystals and charms from this new line being put in, installed, set in stores on Friday. And I'm excited about that.
Me too.
But this definitely could be converted to an earring very, very easily. And then the one last step is at this point to take your chain. Now this again, I said, is very, very long. You can easily trim that chain back. You just cut one side of it, reattach the jump ring on that end to whatever length you want. It already has an extender chain, so it will be adjustable. See the extender chain?
Oh, perfect. It's already come with it.
Yeah, so if you know, because this is a rather long chain, but it's very versatile. Some people like longer pendants. So I'm going to take one more jump ring and I'm going to attach the chain to the top. Oh, do I really need the jump ring? You know what? I'm not going to use that. I think what we're going to do is see if this will slide through, and if it doesn't, okay. Going to be very careful with this. Okay. Will that go through? I'm just being so cautious because this is, as you can see, some of my crystals are sliding. Not sure if this is going to go all the way. So it isn't. So, you know, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry a little bit further before I connect it to the necklace. Now I kind of made a little bit of a mess there, but it's going to dry clear and perfect. So now I'll show you a few of the other things that I've made. I already showed you this ring where I added this 20 SS clear crystal. And this is another necklace base that came from Michael's. And I think in this one I used sapphire. What colors did I use? It has this cute little heart pendant off to the side. And what colors did I use in this? I used light sapphire shimmer. That's the bigger one. And I think those are SS20. And then I use crystal. Yeah. Can you see better now? And these are, I think these are SS6 crystals, I believe, that I used right in between these tiny little crystals in between. They're very, very, very tiny. But that was so quick and easy and pretty. This is a blank pendant that I just embellished. These are all available at my stores. Next, I did a grandmother's bar necklace. I put my grandchildren's birthstone colors on this. I just thought that was so pretty. This happens to be a rose gold color base. Again, it was blank and I just embellished that.
Can these crystals be used on leather?
They can. I think, yes, because they can definitely be used on leather. I would experiment. I have to confess, I haven't done a lot of crystal work on leather, but I know some people will use a glue such as E6000 when they're doing projects on surfaces that might be a little resistant to adhere, but I honestly think it'd be worth trying this glue because this works so well. But yeah, I like that idea.
I love this pendant. you just showed.
Yeah.
It's great for Mother's Day or.
Yes, that would be wonderful for Mother's Day. And here's another one. This one is a silver bracelet, and I used some neon. We have a set in the new line. They're called electric. There's 5 different colors, 3 different sizes, and I just made a C for Chloe for myself, or Chelsea for my daughter Chelsea. But I just loved that neon playing off the silver. I thought it was really pretty.
Can you show the blue again?
Yes. Available at Michael's. And then I also wanted to show you if you make jewelry and give it away as gifts, I happen to have these bags hanging around my house. So I use leftover crystals that I happen to have to make some designs on these bags. And I thought, put a handmade piece of jewelry or even one that you bought in an embellished bag, and it just elevates the gift, I think. And I did that one, and I did this one, which is an organza bag using just leftover odds and ends.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that's.
And picture that with a piece of jewelry in there.
Oh, that's special. That's a great idea.
And I have one more hiding around here somewhere, and this one is on a black base.
Very nice.
And again, these were just crystals I had hanging around, leftovers. What I did was, kind of stuck. I put like a piece of thick paper inside the bag when I was embellishing it, so it wouldn't stick to the back side. And then I pulled that out and let it dry. So I just thought that was a little idea I'd share with you in case you like to give away jewelry, handmade DIY jewelry. So next, let's go ahead. And I think what I'll do instead of using a jump ring, although you certainly could, is I am going to use my pliers. And I'm just going to undo this jump ring right here.
One of our viewers wants to know, what are we teaching next?
Next week, I'll be teaching a class. It's a zipper pouch, a rainbow dot zipper pouch, and just embellished with rainbow colored crystals on the outside with a matching pen that I will be embellishing. I think that project is already online on the website.
And that's next Wednesday.
That is next Wednesday from 1 to 2.
Eastern time.
Central time.
Eastern time.
Oh, Eastern time, right. It's 12 to 1 Central time. Thank you for that. Being here on the East Coast, I need that reminder. Okay, now I think this is dried enough. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide this chain right through the jump ring on the top of this pendant. It comes with this jump ring on it. Pull that. Whoops. It's eluding me, guys. I'm all thumbs today. Forgive me. All right, crystals, stay put. Don't do it like this. Do as I say, not as I do.
It's always harder to show it on camera.
I'm trying to get through there, you little sucker. All right, well, when there's a will, there's a way. Now I'm upset with it. See, my lobster, I'm right-handed. My lobster clasp is on this side. So I want this to go through the jump ring so my right hand will adjust the lobster clasp. So I want this chain on the other side to go through that jump ring this way. There we go. That's the way we want to do it. Oh, and see what happened? I messed up some of my crystals. No problem. We can fix that very quickly. The glue hasn't set. When you do this at home, let the glue set a little bit longer than I did. It'll still dry perfectly and look beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to take the jump ring I took off. Oh, while we're at it, why don't we make this shorter? Let's say that, I'm guessing that's about 18 inches. So do we have any cutters, Maggie, over there in the, I'm just, this is an afterthought, guys, bear with me. The pink handle or the green handle. Thank you very, very much. So let's go ahead and make this a shorter chain. Very easy to do. You just cut the chain, take the jump ring, attach the end of the chain, and the end of the extender chain. And close that jump ring. And then the lobster clasp connects with that. And after that cures and dries, we're going to have a beautiful necklace. But I'm going to just do one more time around to make sure my spacing, they're all spaced the way I want them to be. And then we're going to let that dry. So if any of you make your own pendant necklace, we'd love to see it. Or if you embellish any gift bags or any creations that you make, we'd love to see them. And you can share them with us at hashtag make it with Michaels, hashtag create with cousin, and hashtag cousin DIY. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Yeah, if you guys have questions on projects you're working on too. Oh, let's talk about some of our upcoming classes too.
Oh, yeah. So next Wednesday, we'll have the rainbow zipper pouch with matching pen. And then on Wednesday, April 24th, Christine will be teaching a class, Mama and Minnie, adorable little matching crystallized t-shirts. And then on Wednesday, May 15th, she'll be embellishing some baseball caps. They're all made, they are so adorable and cute. And then further on in June, I don't have the date yet, but if you keep looking online, I'm going to be teaching a class embellishing some clear strap slide sandals that are absolutely beautiful, and then showing other examples of what you can do. And in August, I'll be teaching a class making earrings with crystal charms and Michael's connector bases. So any other questions? Thanks for joining us today, everyone.